You're listening to the Trade Show Insights Podcast, Season 13, Episode 11. I'm your host and exhibit marketing strategist, Marlis Arnold, bringing you tools to improve your exhibit results. On today's episode, brought to you by the Exhibit Marketers Cafe, we're taking a look at how you can develop some simple strategies to streamline your gathering, managing, and nurturing of trade show leads. It's an ongoing problem among exhibitors. Too many carefully gathered leads end up leading nowhere. But it doesn't have to be that way. There are simple steps you can implement to set your leads on the path to a long-term relationship with your company, and several of them can take place earlier than you might expect. Number one, it may sound crazy, but the first step actually happens before they're officially a lead. While you're having a conversation in your booth, take some time to pre-qualify them. Remember that a successful exhibit lead count is more about quality than quantity. Be sure that those names are not just tire kickers or freebie seekers, but genuinely interested prospects. The next step should also take place before the show starts, and that's to set up systems to make your follow-up more timely and consistent. Using some type of software to create automated drip campaigns as well as tracking the progress of your leads is essential to being efficient and not overwhelmed. And number three, while you're talking with that visitor in your booth, be sure to get permission to stay in touch. That's super important these days of privacy and GDPR, but it's also just a smart business practice. I mean, who wants to be hounded or stalked by someone who only wants to sell them something? You want them to be assured that you will provide relevant, valuable information so they look forward to hearing from you. Number four, contact them in the time frame you promised. Now, this should go without saying, but too often leads get lost in the shuffle and people who are expecting to receive answers or additional information hear nothing. That's not the way to start off a relationship. Going back to the idea of having a system, that's a great way to be sure you're staying on top of things. Pre-design a follow-up email template so that all you need to do is plug in a few specific details for each visitor, which brings us to the next point: personalize your follow-up to whatever degree possible. Now that means not only addressing them by name, which is a given, but also sending content based on their specific interests and needs. Listen and pay attention when you're talking with them in the booth. And finally, use multiple channels for nurturing them over time. We often tend to focus on email communications, but there are so many other tools available: text messages, social media, postal mail, phone calls, and more. But don't simply blast out the same thing in every channel. Use whatever makes sense for the specific content you're sharing, whether that's sending a report or a checklist, hosting a webinar or live stream, mailing them physical samples, or something else. Become their primary source for knowledge on your specific topic. Now, the whole idea is to develop a sequence of communications that leads them along the path from casual interest to loyal client. According to a Forrester research report, companies that excel at lead nurturing generate 50% more sales-ready leads at 33% less cost. And those nurtured leads also spend more. So instead of leads, try viewing them as future friends and customers, and let that guide your follow-up processes. Enlighten, entertain, educate, and encourage them. Design every communication to be an extension of that initial conversation you had in the booth, guiding them through the buying process and into a two-way beneficial relationship. If you enjoyed what you heard today and would like to spread the word about the Trade Show Insights podcast, please take a minute to leave a rating and or review in iTunes. This helps to boost visibility so more people will find the show. Trade Show Insights is protected by the Creative Commons copyright license. You may feel free to share this recording with colleagues or embed it on your own blog as long as it's shared in its entirety and is not used for commercial purposes. To learn more, please see the link in the sidebar of the show notes at tradeshowinsights.com. Well, that's it for this episode of Trade Show Insights. Be sure to check out our show notes and archives at tradeshowinsights.com. You can also connect with me using the social media links or the contact page on the site. I'm Marlis Arnold. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us next time for more tools to improve your exhibit results.